So welcome back. So we were working with this data frame, right? We were working with this data frame, okay, where I have name, age and city. Now let's say you want to update a particular column. You don't want to create a new column. You simply have to update a new column, okay? So you will still follow the same syntax. You will just say df age equals to, let's say, df age plus 1. Let's say you are coming after a year and you are updating everyone's age by plus 1 because they are 1 year older, right? Now as you can see, this syntax is very similar to your dictionaries. Okay, this is very similar to your dictionaries. Okay, so by just adding this plus 1 and storing it back into df age, the same column is getting replaced. Okay, because same as your dictionaries, here you cannot have duplicate column names. Okay, you cannot create duplicate column names, so it will by default create this and it will modify this itself because the name is age itself. Okay, so now when you print df, the data frame will be the same, but as you can see, this 25 became 26, this 30 became 31, and so on. So this is how you can modify an existing column. Simple code to modify an existing column. Okay, now let's see how I can filter out the rows or columns. Okay, just let's say how we can only filter out a rows on the basis of the columns. Okay, filtering out rows on the basis of condition on a column. Okay, for example, if you only want people who are at least 35 years of age, what will you do? Correct, you will simply say df, and similar to the concept of masking, you will say df and you will put it on age and you will say greater than 35, or at least means greater than or equals to. Very similar to the concept of masking that I have taught you in your NumPy course. If you have not watched it, please go and watch that because it will help you further understand this concept. Okay, so this will only give you those rows where this condition is being satisfied. As you can see, only 3 rows where the age is 36, 41 and 46. The first 2 rows are not getting filtered. As simple as that. Okay, now let's say you have to pick only those rows where a column is present in some particular values. For example, let's say you only want those rows where the name of the person is either let's say Alice or either Bob. Okay, so let me print the original data frame. Okay, by the way, this masking will not modify the data frame. You can store it in some other data frame if you want to store this result, but the original data frame will remain as it is. Okay, now if you want to filter out rows stating that these values should be present, okay, in that particular column, so what you can do is you can simply say df and you can use the concept of dot is in. Okay, so you can say df name and then you can say dot is in. Okay, and then you have to provide a list of values, that's it, that you are looking for. So this works like multiple ors, this or this or this, like that. Okay, so is in, let me write, is in is alternative to multiple ors. Okay, so you can say name is present in Alice or Bob, and it would be exact match because these are strings. Okay, so let's run this. That's it, and as you can see, it is returning you only those rows where the column name is having value either Alice or Bob. So this is how you are filtering out rows on the basis of the condition on a particular column. Okay, and finally, let's say you want to store this result in a different data frame. So you can say df2 equals to this. It will not return you, but it will return and store it to df2. So when you print df2, it will be very much visible. Okay, and at the same time the original data frame will remain intact, unchanged. As simple as that. So I hope that this session was helpful. See you in the next one. Thank you. Hey, I hope you have enjoyed the lecture and got to learn something from it. For well-structured guidance and live doubt sessions, you can check out the link in the description below. And the best part about it is that it's completely for free. So keep upskilling yourself, and we wish you all the very best for your journey. Take care.